Yo, what's going on everyone? It's Sawk here, and today I'm bringing you guys my PCL Week 1 action against my boy, my son, Diet Tight, and his New Britain Rockruff. If you guys don't know what I'm bringing yet, be sure to check out yesterday's Team Builder to see what I brought, and be sure to check out Diet Tight. His channel will be linked down below, as always. Now, he did bring a couple of things I did not expect. I honestly did not expect to see an Entei, as I do have a really nice Gastrodon. I also did not expect to see Nidoqueen, but the rest of the stuff I pretty much expected to come in my mocks. Now, as I said in my Team Builder, which you guys really should check out, I said in there, I'm going to lead Beware. I'm going to Swords Dance on anything he wants to lead, and I will start clicking buttons. And I'm going to do just that, as let's start this game up right about here. Shoutouts to Aaron, aka Area 420, for recording the game and getting me the Pokemon. I am challenged by Diet Tight, aka Pokemon Trainer Jason, as I will lead off with my Beware. Now, anything that he wants to lead off with, I can pretty much take a hit from, unless it's like Zen Headbutt, Mega Metagross. He does lead off with the Conkeldurr. Now, as I said, I do go for the Swords Dance, and the only thing he can kill me with is a Choice Banded Sheer Force Adamant Superpower, and I still have a pretty good chance to live at that one, even. He does go for the Drain Punch right here, as I do reveal the hidden tech of Zen Headbutt, and Beware will get the first knockout of the season for your Minnesota Twinneedles in the PCL. Bada bing, bada boom, he goes down. Now, Beware doesn't do much else in this game. It got its kill, and it took a threat down that I really didn't want to see the rest of the game. He does go into Entei here, and I'm just going to sack off Beware, as he does Sacred Fire me and knock me out. Now, going into this next play here, I was wondering, okay, so I've seen Sacred Fire. He could be Banded, he could be Scarfed, he could be a good mix, maybe Expert Belt, he could be like Pasho Berry, he could be like Shuka Berry. There's a lot of things he could be. Now, I wasn't really sure what the play was here, but I decided Gastrodon's probably my safest and my best play, because he can take a hit from Banded Entei if it's banded into that. He can take whatever he wants to do, especially with my Rindo Berry. I do click Scald here, as he does go for the Flame Charge, looking for me to scout for the Natural Gift Grass, which is a very solid play on his part, but I had no reason to scout for it, as like I said, I'm Rindo Berry, I can take whatever hit I want to. I am just going to Scald and get damage off onto this thing. Now, seeing how much Scald did originally, over half, probably around 55%, we do see that he is going to stay in on this next turn, and he will click that Natural Gift Grass, as I will pop my Rindo Berry, and I will live this hit. Thanks to that Rindo Berry popping, I do click Scald once again, as we do see here, the animation flies on out. Gastrodon Squeezy picking up its first KO of the season and knocking out Entei, another big threat. Now, knowing that two of his members are, I know he has to play from the back now and start playing really aggressive. He does go into his Mega Metagross here, and we do have a first turn Mega policy here, so you have to Mega Evolve. Knowing he's going to Mega Evolve, I just want to click Scald and get damage off. I don't need Gastrodon anymore, as it's kind of a liability at this point. So I do click Scald here, thinking, no, I clicked Recover on this turn, seeing if he doesn't kill me, I should be able to get back to enough HP, as I do have a small chance to live this, but I do, unfortunately, faint. Now, with Gastrodon gone, I know I can go into my Rotom Heat here, and I can click Overheat. Overheat kills unless it's like max HP, max def, or any sort of combination of the two. He does swap out and go into his Kyurem Black, aka his favorite. Now, this Overheat will still do a metric butt ton because of his partial ice typing. As I do click that nice Overheat there from a nice Rotom Heat, I do drop the special attack 2 stages, but I do over half to this Kyurem Black. I will sack off my Rotom Heat here just to the Earth Power to try to scout. Maybe I can live in, but nah, I'm just going to flat out drop right out there. Now, seeing as he outsped me, I have a couple things going through my mind. He could be Z-Hail, he could be like Scarf, but anyway, I know I outspeed it with my Scarf plus Cephalon, so I'm just going to click Scarf Fire Blast right here, and knock out the Kyurem Black, as that does go down. I do get my Beast Boost going, and I am a +1 special attacking Zapdos. He does go into his Zapdos. I am a +1 special attacking plus Cephalon. Now, I do know that this thing can take 2 if it is def, so I am going to go right into my Diancie, predicting like a Thunder Wave or a Thunderbolt, as Diancie doesn't really care. He does go for the Thunderbolt here, and does a decent chunk, even regular Diancie with decent bulk, that does a decent chunk. He's going to withdraw his Zapdos here. I wanted to Earth Power so bad right here because I knew he would go into one of this or Mega Metagross. As I do Mega Evolve here, as we do get this Mega off. I did actually, before the game, I went in and made sure I could Mega Evolve, so I had to go kill a couple Pokemon randomly. But I digress. I do click the Diamond Storm just to get some chip damage off, and this is one of the key turns in the entire battle, as that does maybe 15%, but I get the defense raise, and that defense raise is so huge, as it does allow me to take on Mega Metagross a little bit better, actually. I do click Earth Power here, as I don't think he'd want to swap into the Zapdos here. He just wants to sack this off. So he does sack off his Nidoqueen, as that does drop down. Now, next up, he does go into his Mega Metagross here, playing from the back. He really has to play kind of aggressively in order to win this game. I am up 3-2. He does click Zen Headbutt here, which I'll pause it right here. I can completely understand why he would want to click Zen Headbutt here. If he catches my Blacephalon trying to switch in on a Bullet Punch, if I do switch in on Bullet Punch, that's basically game, because I can kill whatever this thing wants to go for with Fire Blast, and I can hopefully 2-hit KO a Zapdos that he knows I can do. Now, I stayed in here for a couple of reasons. One, I did not need Mega Dance anymore. I knew Scarf Blacephalon plus Darkinium Z Crawdont won this game from here on out. Once Zapdos and Mega Metagross were left, I knew I had the game in the bag. It's just how did I want to play it to make sure I didn't choke. I realized Mega Dance had no part in winning this game after I brought down that Nidoqueen. Now, with Nidoqueen going down, like I said, I do not need this anymore, so I do let it take this on Headbutt, and I do get off a really nice Earth Power, which does in fact put this in range of Shadow Ball, so I do not have to risk missing Fire Blast anymore. So knowing this, he is just going to Bullet Punch here, realizing I am just going to sack this off here, as Mega Diancie does go down. However, this does mean that Blacephalon can come in, and it can start hitting everything else on his team a little bit harder. Now Blacephalon does come on in, and I do click Shadow Ball here, as he does switch. With Zapdos coming on in, I do realize that this thing, after the damage we see, do go for that cool Shadow Ball information. It does not do half, and he's leftover, so I know for a fact he's almost max Spadef, if not max. Now, I'm going to pause it right here and explain the situation. So, if he wants to Thunderbolt me, he does risk dying. If he wants to Thunder Wave me, he has a chance of winning if he has Thunder Wave. Because I can get Parahacks and he can outspeed me because of my Scarf, I will not be able to outspeed him anymore. Now, if he does attack me, or he goes for a Roost, he will lose. Now, the reason I say this is because if he does Roost here, he is becoming prone to hacks. He's just trying to inevitably get A, Spadef drop, or B, get crit. One of those two is bound to happen because I have a lot of Shadow Balls to go through before I let this thing die. And if he does decide to kill me after the Shadow Ball here, if I Shadow Ball here, it gets him down to about, we'll say, 10-ish%, maybe 11-ish. I do go into my Crawdont, and I do click Aqua Jet in order to kill this thing, and then I click my Aqua Jet again on Mega Metagross in order to win the game. So, he has to Thunder Wave here in order if he wants to win this game. However, I do shorten this a little bit. I go for my Shadow Ball, we'll see. And unfortunately for him, the game ends a little bit early. I do crit the Zapdos. He said he went for Roost on that turn. So he was prolonging the inevitable, where I would either A, like I said, get that Spadef drop and force the switch, or B, get that crit, which I did just there. So it did not matter what he did unless he Thunder Waved, which he did not. So either way, I do end up winning this game because I am a Scarf Blacephalon. A Bullet Punch will not knock me out right here, as he does go into his last Pokemon here, which is that Mega Metagross. And I will, one more time, click that Shadow Ball after a little bit of a Bullet Punch damage. Blacephalon can take that easy. He's a Fire type. He's not that frail. He can take that pretty well. He goes for his Scarf Shadow Ball at +1 from the Beast Boost, and Mega Metagross goes down, and that is your game. Blacephalon will pick up 3 KOs as we do claim our Week 1 victory over Diet Type and his new Britain Rockruff. Like I said, you guys should all definitely go check out his channel. Be sure to hit that like button because this was a great game, and I'm very, very astounded to be able to play in this PCL League for Week 1 and getting a dub. It is absolutely wonderful in order to pick that up and get this thing off my chest and get into the season with a nice 1-0 victory over Diet Tight. With that, I think I'm out for the day. Peace out, Girl Scouts.